I'm gonna start by placing our small glass inside of a large vase. And I'm just gonna go all the way to the bottom and then just tuck that stem in. Once we got a good grip, we're gonna flip that over just like that. Perfect. Next, I'm gonna take some LED string lights and I'm just gonna be placing those all around our glass and then just gently tucking them in, just like that. Now I'm gonna take some vase filler and just let that sprinkle in there, and it's just gonna look really, really pretty with all those twinkly lights underneath. And now it's time to add in some water Orbeez, and we just wanna be able to see a little bit of that rose, not all of it. Next, I'm gonna take some of these little pearls, which I just got at the dollar store, and I got a variety of sizes and textures. And then I'm gonna add some more of those water beads, just enough to cover all those pearls that we just added in. Next, I'm just gonna take some of these little red jewels and just stick those on top of our water beads, just all around, and they're just gonna look so beautiful with those lights. And another round of those water beads. And now to make this extra special, I'm gonna take my wedding ring and I'm just gonna place that over here. I'm also gonna take my husband's and place that on this side, just to make it more personable and give it that wedding vibe. So I am making this for a special dinner party that we're gonna be having to celebrate our anniversary. And keeping with that wedding theme, of course, we gotta have some diamonds in here. So I'm just gonna place a couple of those and maybe one more over here. And this should be the last round of our water beads. And to finish this off, I'm just gonna add a few more pearls and then just kind of scattering them around. Okay, you ready for this? This is where the magic happens. We're gonna take some water, just some tap water, and we're just gonna pour that all over our water beads. And look at what happens. Wow, that looks so pretty. Ooh, there's your ring. There's my ring. And now I'm gonna show you guys how to get rid of those little bubbles in there. All you gotta do is just kind of poke it, and then it releases all those bubbles from there. Okay, so once we have all those bubbles out of the way, we can kind of play around and readjust things until you're happy with it. You make sure you get a good look from each angle so you can kind of see what needs to be moved. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the lights on, but even without the lights on, look at how beautiful that looks. And it was super easy to do, very affordable, and you can even just use it like this. But I'm gonna count down, 3, 2, 1. Look at how pretty that looks.
Wow.
Just so sparkly and shiny. And this is gonna look even better with the lights off. So let me go ahead and turn the lights off so you guys can see what it looks like. All right, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Look at that. That is so pretty. I love it. I wanna keep this like this forever.
So I guess we're not gonna be wearing our rings for the whole anniversary.
They look prettier in there. Now we're gonna take our flowers one at a time, and we're just gonna place them in the bottom, facing the front like that. We'll put one on each side, going around our little vase here. And we'll do one more on this side. And then we're gonna take one of these and place it right in the middle like that. Next, we're gonna take one jar of water beads and just gently pour those into here. And we're gonna be using the entire jar. And there we go, perfect. Next up, we're gonna take some beautiful pink carnations and we're just gonna cut them directly into our bowl, just like that. You can do whatever colors you like. I chose some beautiful bright ones for today's little creation because I want this to be nice and beautiful. And then we're just gonna arrange these a little bit so it looks a little bit nicer in here. And I'm just tucking them into those water beads, going all around, just like this. Take a couple more, just filling up all that space, and then we'll put one more right in the middle like that. Now it's time to go back in with another container of our little water beads. We're just gonna pour that right on top using the entire thing. And for a little bit more color, we're gonna take some green carnations and we're just gonna cut those right into our vase, just like that. I thought these colors went really well together. That's why I chose them. But you could do any colors, any flowers you like. Then we're gonna pick these up and kind of slide them into our little water beads there, just arranging them a little bit so they're all facing upright, just like this. And now it's time to top these off with one more container of our water beads, which you can also reuse once you're done. Just take them out, remove all the flowers, and are good to go. A little bit more. All right, now it's time for my favorite part, adding in some water and watching the magic happen. I love doing this, it's so fun. And there we go. We're gonna need a bit more water in here, so I'm just gonna top this off. I did remove some of the water beads so we could add more water in here. And there we go, I think that's perfect. And now for the finishing touches, we're just gonna add a floating candle right on top. I'm just gonna kind of tuck it in a little bit. There we go, and then we'll light that up. Voila. Look at how beautiful this turned out. And it was so easy to do, just a few flowers, some water beads, and a large vase. All right, let's get the cameraman to turn the lights off so we can see how beautiful this is. Look at that. I think this would be the perfect centerpiece for a wedding, a birthday party, a shower, basically anything, or you can just have it as decor if you have some extra flowers and you don't want to throw them out. You could also do artificial flowers if you want. The possibilities are endless, so have fun. I'm gonna start by opening our balloon up and then placing a flower right in there. Then I'm gonna take this beautiful red rose and stick that in this balloon and close that up. And for this balloon, I'm gonna add some baby's breath and some of our greens, and then we'll just close that one up. Then I'm gonna take our balloon and just place it onto our sink and then very carefully fill it up with some water, not too much. Right there should be good. Take that off. Then we're just gonna twist it and tie it up just like this. All right, our balloons are all ready to go in the freezer now, and I'm just gonna place them on a tray, and then we'll pick that up and go over to our freezer. You can do several hours or you can do overnight if you'd like, but you just wanna make sure they're completely frozen before you take them out. All right, it's been several hours and it's time to take out our balloons, and it looks like they froze just perfectly. And before we cut into our balloons, I'm just gonna take some LED lights and place them into our ice bucket, which I did put some ice cubes in there just to fill up that space. Now here I have some eucalyptus, and I'm gonna take one stem and place it on this side, and take the other stem and place it over here. Now I'm gonna take a champagne bottle and place it into the center over here, and then take 2 more bottles and place those on either side. Then I'm gonna take some of our fresh flowers and just place them randomly into our bin. Now I'm gonna take some festive cranberry decorations and just place them like that. All right, time to cut our balloons open, and then we'll just slide that out gently. Oh my goodness, that looks so beautiful. All right, now it's time to cut our balloons open, and then I'm gonna carefully slide that out. Oh my goodness, look at that. Then I'm gonna pick up a couple of our little balloon flowers and place them into our bucket. Then we'll take a few more and place them in here. All right, so here is the final result. I think this turned out so beautiful and it's so festive. I can't wait for everyone to come over and see this. I'm gonna get the camera and turn the lights off so you guys can see how this looks. Wow, look at this. So pretty. I can't wait for everyone to see this. I'm gonna start by placing our bottle into some floral foam, and then I'm just gonna push that in gently and twisting it. We just want just the top to kind of go into there. We don't want to push it all the way through. And there we go, that should be good. Then I'm gonna take a bucket with some water in it, and we're gonna take this and dip it in. We just wanna soak that thing just for a second or two, and then I'm gonna pick this up, flip it over, and then we're just gonna set it down for now. Next, I'm gonna take some cling wrap, and we're just gonna cover our floral foam with this. I'm gonna do a little bit at a time, so I'm just gonna rip that off, and we're gonna start covering this up, and this is just gonna keep all that water in there and prevent it from dripping, and you'll see why on the next step. And there we go, that looks perfect. So now I'm gonna take some roses, and I'm just gonna start cutting them at the bottom here. We don't want them to be too long, about that is good. And then I'm just gonna start placing those into our floral foam, and that should be good. And this is why we put some water in there, because these are real flowers, so they do need some water. We'll do the same over on this side. If you do need a little help, you can use a chopstick or a pencil Just make a little hole in there to get it started. So I'm gonna cut some of them a little bit longer than others, like this one here. And I'm not gonna be pushing it all the way in. I'm just gonna leave it sticking out a little bit like that because we want some dimension and some height. Put another one over here. You could do any flowers you like. This is a birthday gift, so I chose these colors for today. But depending on the occasion, it is holiday season, so if you wanted to do a Thanksgiving one, Christmas one. And then I'm gonna put a couple of roses in the front here, just like that. Look at how beautiful this looks already. All right, now that we have our roses all in there, I'm gonna take some of these little flowers and just stick those in between our roses just to fill in that big gap. I'm using these wider ones because there is a big space over here. So I'm just gonna place those on both sides, just like that. So now I'm just gonna use a chopstick just to kind of make a little hole for our flower to go into. And then we'll just stick that right in between those roses. And look at how gorgeous that looks. I'm gonna stick one of these little ones over here. I think this one I wanna put kind of on an angle like that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. It's all about symmetry. That's kind of what makes them look, the flower arrangements look really pretty. Let's put maybe one down here to fill in that space. It fills up really quickly, so you just gotta be patient and just play around with it, whatever works for you. All right, now it's time to add some greens in. And I'm gonna take one on this side and then place one on this side, just to add some color and a bit more dimension and to also fill in all those little empty spaces. And let's do one more, just to fill up all that back space. There we go. And we'll stick this one somewhere over here. There we go. And we'll place this one on this side. Just adds a lot of beautiful color, different shades of green in there. All right, as you can see, we got lots of greens in there. So now it's time to add in some baby breath. So I'm just gonna start back here and do the big ones back here, just like that. Got some tall ones and some little short ones. So I'm just gonna kind of stick those in between wherever I think it looks good. This is coming along nicely. This is gonna be a perfect little birthday gift for our friend that we're gonna go see tonight. All right, so there it is, our floral bouquet. Then I've got some tissue paper here underneath, and I'm just gonna kind of use it to cover up that bottle because we want this to be a surprise. So this is a great way to gift someone some flowers, but also a little surprise for them. So we're gonna take some ribbon now and just tie that up, just like that. Super simple, very easy, and just absolutely beautiful little bouquet of flowers with a little surprise underneath. Let's make our bow here like that. So there you have it. You can add a little birthday topper in there if you want, but I think this looks absolutely beautiful and it took very little effort, and I think this is going to be a great little birthday surprise. I'm going to start by pouring some water into a large fish bowl, and we just want to fill it up about 1/4 of the way. Next, I'm going to take some baby breath and just add that into our vase. You kind of want to just twist it a little bit so that it fits in like that. This is one large bunch that I just took and separated into 3 big pieces. And I'm going to take one more and we're going to place that over here. And then any gaps that are left over, you can just kind of move them around and try to fill up all that space. Now I'm going to take some LED string lights and just kind of loosely let them hang out on top of that baby breath. You just want to tuck it in a little bit because when it lights up, it's just going to look so beautiful in there. Then I'm going to take a smaller fish bowl and place that right into the center. Next, I'm going to take a stem of eucalyptus and then just kind of twist that and lay it on top. And then I'm going to take another one and just line it up with that one and let the stems kind of meet up with each other. And for a pop of color, I'm gonna add some of these beautiful purple wildflowers. And I'm just kind of tucking them in between, just like that. Just to add some color, but still keep that natural, beautiful, wild look that we're doing. And I'm also gonna add in some white daisies, which have a little bit of yellow green in there. And I'm just tucking them in between those purple ones that we put, just to add a little bit more contrast and color. You can do artificial flowers, but I'm using real one for today. Now here I found some baby breath with some glitter on it, which I thought would just add a little bit of sparkle in here, because when we turn that lights on, it's gonna look so beautiful. So I'm just gonna kind of randomly tuck those in there. Now I'm gonna take a small candle and place that into our smaller fish bowl. And I just wanna adjust it, make sure it's nice and straight. That looks pretty good to me. Then we're gonna light that candle up. You could do an LED candle if you'd like, but for today's centerpiece, I think I'm gonna do a real one. You can also do artificial flowers like I said, and then we'll get our cameraman to turn our light off so you can see what the LED lights look like. This looks absolutely beautiful just on its own, but with the lights on and that candle lit, I think it looks so beautiful. I love this. This is a perfect centerpiece for a wedding, a dinner, or maybe just to enjoy at the house, whatever you like. You can also customize it by switching out the flowers, doing maybe different lighting, a different candle. You can also add water to the center one and add a floating candle in there if you'd like. But I love this. It was super easy to do, very little effort, but the results are absolutely stunning. You gotta try this. And if you do, make sure you tag me. I'm gonna start by placing our bottle into some floral foam, and we're just gonna push the cap all the way in there. Then I'm just gonna cut a little bit off each end, just so it's nice and even with our bottle. And now I'm gonna pick up our floral foam with our bottle and dip it in some water in our bucket over here. And we're just gonna let that soak for about 20 minutes. Then I'm gonna take some cling wrap and put it over our floral foam and just get that all around and make sure it's nice and tight. Now I'm gonna take this beautiful rainbow colored flower and place that right in the middle here. Then I'm gonna take these smaller flowers and I'm gonna take a blue one and place that right over here next to our rose. And then I'm gonna take this beautiful bright pink one and just place that right in front of the rose. And then a little green one, and look at how beautiful this is looking already. You can do whatever flowers you like. These are what I preferred for today's little creation that we're doing. Lots of bright and beautiful colors. There we go. Next, I'm gonna go in with some yellow to brighten up all this color over here. And you can cut them different sizes so they kind of add some dimension. I think we need some more roses, so I'm gonna add these beautiful pink ones on the sides here. And I'm kind of matching everything I'm doing on one side to the other. And to balance everything out, I'm gonna add 2 more of those beautiful pink flowers that we put in the front, just like that. Now I'm gonna take these beautiful big green flowers and I'm gonna stick them right underneath where we placed our roses, just to fill in that gap, because they are nice and big, so they do take up a lot of space. And they just add a nice, beautiful color in there. Now I'm gonna take some beautiful small little daisies and put one on that side and then one on this side. And what I did was use a chopstick to pre-make the holes so it's nice and easy to put our flowers in. I'm gonna take this beautiful, big, bright one and place that right in the center. And to break up all that warmness, I'm gonna add some blue. And over on this side, I'm gonna do some purple. Now to add some height, I'm gonna take these green pieces and just slide them right into the back like that. And for the finishing touches, I'm gonna take some baby breath and just kind of use it to fill in any empty space. And this one's really pretty, it has some glitter on it. So it's just gonna add even more beautifulness to our little bouquet here. And these don't need to go into the floral foam because they can be dry. So I'm just gonna keep adding them. So I am giving this as a gift. So I'm gonna wrap it up with some tissue paper. And we're just gonna tuck that all underneath. And it's just gonna add a little bit more of a surprise because they're gonna just think it's a vase underneath. But little do they know, it's gonna be their favorite beverage. And then I'm just gonna tie it up with some ribbon And you can do whatever beverage you like. You can even do a water bottle, Pepsi bottle, whatever your friend likes. So there we have it, our beautiful bouquet. Look at how beautiful this turned out. And this would be a perfect gift for a birthday, an anniversary, or just because. Let's start by spreading open our balloon just like that. And then I'm gonna take a pretty little flower and just slide that right in there. And you wanna make sure you're using 12-inch balloons so that way the flowers can fit in there nicely, just like that. And I'm using this tool right here to help open up the balloons. And I'm using a variety of flowers, different colors and different shapes and sizes. And if you guys wanna know where I got this little tool here, just let me know in the comments. Next, we need to take our balloons one at a time and just slide that over the faucet. And then we're just gonna fill that up gently with about that much water, just enough to kind of cover up that flower. Stretch that out. And then we're just gonna twist and tie. Just like that. All right, let's put these on our tray. And then we're gonna pick these up and they are ready to go in the oven. Just kidding, they're gonna go in the freezer. And we're gonna have to keep these in there for several hours or overnight until they are completely frozen, and you just wait for those results. All right, it's been several hours. Let's check on our balloons. Okay, yeah, those are definitely frozen. So let's pull those out. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. And then we're just gonna set that down over here. Then over here, I got an ice bucket with some ice in it. And then I'm just gonna take some LED string lights and I'm just gonna loosely let those hang out in here. Just like that. And yes, these are safe for the water as long as the battery pack's on the outside. And then we're gonna take our bottles and do whatever beverages you want, whatever the occasion is. We're just gonna keep it classy and do some water bottles in there. Some sparkling and some flat waters. Put those in there, nice and pretty. Then I've got some more greens left over from our flowers, which I'm just gonna put one on this side and then one on this side. Then I take a few of those little flowers, just some extra ones that I cut and didn't end up using. So we'll just stick those all around. Adds a nice bright color. Looks so beautiful already and we're not even done yet. All right, so here's our little frozen snowball balloons. I'm gonna cut the end off first, and then we need to cut this part off. Try to get it off. It's so cold. Let's just try to slide that off. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at our little pretty flower in there. I wish it was the other way around so you could see the yellow part. So let's set that down for now. Grab our next one. Cut that open. This is so exciting. It's like opening Christmas presents. You never know what you're gonna get. Oh yay, our yellow one. I'm so excited for this one. Our beautiful yellow carnation. Look at how beautiful that looks. And all these colors are gonna look absolutely stunning in our little ice bucket that we got over there. Let's do one more. You could do this for any occasion. If you did it for, you know, a birthday or Christmas, you can pick flowers that will go with that. You can also use artificial flowers. They don't have to be real ones. Ooh, look at that. Our beautiful little rose in there. It's okay if it looks like this. It's still gonna work. So let's grab these and place them over here with our little ice bucket. All right, so here it is, our beautiful ice bucket with the flowers that we did using just a few balloons. And I did put some LED lights in there, so I'll turn those on in a sec. I did put some regular ice underneath so that these can kind of be up top and not sink down to the bottom. And I'm gonna have our cameraman turn the light off so you guys can see what this looks like with the lights on. Ta-da! Look at how beautiful that looks. I love this. This turned out absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to take our roses and add them to the bottom of a large vase. Next, I'm going to add in some LED string lights. Now it's time to add in some water beads, and I'm going to add the entire container. Then I'm going to take some of these little red jewels and I'm just going to go around and place them on top of our water beads. And then we're going to add a whole nother container of water beads. Now I'm gonna take some little pearls and just scatter those all over. Then I'm gonna take a rose and we're gonna plant that right into the center of the beads. Then I'm gonna go back in with our water beads and carefully fill up our vase. All right, now it's time to add in some fresh ice cold water in here and watch what happens. This turned out so beautifully. Let me show you what it looks like. Wow, I love this. It's so cute. It's so beautiful and so romantic looking. I hope you guys try this. I'm gonna start by placing our water jug in the center of a large vase, just like that. Then I'm gonna take some string LED lights and just kind of drop those around our bottle. Just loosely, it doesn't need to be perfect. We just wanna get it in there. And then we're gonna take the leftover part and just fold it over. And we're just gonna let this hang for now. Then I've got some baby breath that I've just cut up a little bit. And then I'm just gonna start sliding that in, kind of going all the way to the bottom with that stem. And I'm gonna do this all the way around our bottle. You can use your hand to kind of push them in a little bit if you need. And then always take a look from every angle to make sure that everything's nice and even and it looks pretty. And you can do a different flower if you'd like, but baby breath is perfect for this, I would say. It also doesn't really need water. It'll last in there for a while. And it just gives a really natural minimalist look that I really like. So let me just see, where do we need to add some more? Maybe just a little bit back here like that. And that should be good. Then we're gonna remove our lid. And I'm gonna take these beautiful pink roses and just slide those in there. And then I'm gonna grab one more and put that right in the middle here. These look so gorgeous. There we go, that looks a little bit better. Now they're a little more even. And then I'm gonna take some eucalyptus stems. Another really easy flower to work with. I'm gonna put one on that side and then another one on this side going into our water vase. Then I'm gonna take a little bit more of that baby breath. This one's a little bit longer. I'm gonna slide this in with our eucalyptus and our roses, just to add a little bit more dimension in here and kind of even everything out, make it look nice and pretty. I think this turned out beautiful. So let me show you guys what the lights look like. So you guys saw me doing this live and it only took a couple of minutes to put this together and just a few florals. So let's get the cameraman and turn the lights off so you guys can see this. I think this turned out beautiful. And there it is with the lights off. I think this is an absolute perfect centerpiece for a wedding, a dinner party. It's also very inexpensive. Most of us have some vases laying around the house, so all you need is a little bit of flower. You can also just take out the roses and just do eucalyptus or all baby breath. But I think this was a very, very easy and stunning little centerpiece here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you do give it a try, let me know. Let's start with 2 candles and then we'll place them into some floral foam. Now I'm gonna take this beautiful rose and just cut that about this big. And I'm also gonna cut this beautiful purple one. Now I'm gonna take our roses and plant them into our floral foam, which I did soak in some water for a few minutes. Next, I'm gonna cut up some of these cute little white daisies about this long. Then I'm gonna take our daisies and add them right in between our roses. So I'm not sure what these ones are called, but I just love the color of them. So I'm gonna cut a few of those off. And for this one, I think I'm gonna do right in between our daisies, and we'll do one more on this side. And now I'm gonna take 2 more of our roses and plant them in the back here. And I'm gonna take our last 2 roses and put them right behind our candles. So purple daisies are one of my favorite flowers, so I just had to use them for today's little bouquet. Now you can do any color flowers that you want, or even artificial ones. So our bouquet's almost done, but we gotta fill in all those empty spaces. And I'm just gonna use some baby's breath to do that. Just taking chunks of it and just kind of putting it in between our flowers. Then I'm gonna take another bunch of our baby's breath and put that over here. Let's take our last one and place that right over here. Perfect. Then we're gonna take our lighter and light up our candles. so you can see how beautiful this is. I love this. I think this turned out so pretty, and this is what it looks like with the lights off. I think this is absolutely beautiful. All those colors and the candles, it looks just phenomenal. I can't wait to put this on our dining table. I'm gonna start by lowering our vase into the center of another one. And now we're gonna fill this up, starting with some fruit-shaped candies. And then I'm gonna pour in some bright candy corn. Now it's time to add in some chocolatey M&Ms. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add in some chewy gumballs. Next, I'm gonna pour in some tropical Skittles, as well as some candy-covered almonds. And lastly, we're gonna top this off with some jelly beans. So look at how beautiful this looks, but we're not done yet. You're probably wondering why I put a vase in the middle, and that is for some flowers that we're gonna be putting in there. And I'm gonna start with some pampas grass, just a nice big blue one, and I'm just gonna fan it out a little bit. And then I'm gonna take some leafy greens, and I'm just gonna kind of plant those in our jelly beans that we have there, just like that. I'm using some artificial ones for today, but if you'd like, you can always use fresh ones and just add some water in that middle vase. And I'm just gonna keep working my way around here, just filling up all those empty gaps, just like that. Perfect. All right, next I'm gonna take some more of those artificial flowers and just start filling our vase up here. Like I said, you could do real ones if you'd like. Just make sure you add some water in there. I just got a bunch of different colors in here, just to complement all the candy that we have in the bottom. And some of them I did kind of bend a little bit just so they could fit nicer in here. And I'm just gonna put that right in the middle here. So I'm making this for a friend's birthday, and they love candy, so that's why I have all this candy in here. And then some flowers just to make it extra special. And like I said, you could do whatever flowers you like, any colors. I've got a bunch of different ones here. Everything I'm using today, other than the candy, I did purchase at the craft store. Great place to find all this stuff. And I'm just gonna add this bright orange rose right over here. And that looks absolutely beautiful. You always wanna take a minute just to make sure that everything looks good all around and it looks even. You can play around with it as you like until you're happy with it. I'm still here. So we're gonna take some ribbon this time, and I'm just gonna tuck that on the side of our vase, just in between all those flowers, and then just letting it hang out like that. We'll do the same over on this side. Just tucking it in, just making it, you know, extra fancy and extra special, just like that. And then I'm gonna go back up here, and I got a cake topper, a nice gold sparkly one that says happy birthday, and I'm just gonna put that right up here. And there we have it, our beautiful candy flower vase ready to bring to the party. Does this not look absolutely beautiful?
Looks pretty good.
And if you can guess how many candies we have in here.
You get nothing, because we have no idea how many it is.
The satisfaction of getting it right, I guess. Now I'm gonna take our carnations and add them to our ice mold and push them in all the way to the bottom. Then I'm gonna take some purple daisies and we're just gonna chop them right into our little bucket thing here, which I'll link in our Amazon storefront. And then we're gonna tuck those in right on top of our carnations. Then I'm gonna take some of these pretty white flowers. I'm not really sure what they're called, but you just wanna use some small flowers, any ones will do. And then we're just gonna give those a little gentle push. Then we're gonna need some fresh water. I'm using distilled water for this so that it comes out nice and clear. And I'm just gonna pour this until almost to the very top. And you wanna do it gently so you don't remove any of the flowers. Now I'm gonna take our lid and pop it on, make sure it's nice and secure. Then we're gonna take this part and we're gonna walk over to the freezer. I'm gonna try to open this. There we go. And then we're gonna put this in here and we're gonna leave it overnight. You need to leave it in there for at least 24 hours. All right, we're back. It's been 24 hours, which means our ice bucket is all done. So we're gonna take it out and we're gonna place it upside down like this. All right, now I'm gonna take some warm water and we're gonna pour that right into the middle here. And this is just gonna help loosen it up and make it easier to take out. Okay, while that's thawing, I'm gonna take some LED lights and I'm gonna place them right into the base here, which came with it. So it's gonna be really, really pretty. And I just added some little flowers there. All right, it's been 5 minutes. I'm gonna take our water and dump it out. And our mold should be really easy to take out now. So I'm just gonna bang on it a little bit. Hopefully this worked. This is my first time doing this. So let's see if I can try to get it off. It's a little stuck. A little tap should help. It's coming off a little bit. All right. Oh, there we go. All right, moment of truth. Wow, that looks so pretty. All right, now we're gonna flip this over and place it on top of our base, just like that. And then we'll take our bottle and place it right into the center, and look at how perfect that fits. All right, now I'm gonna turn on the lights and look at how pretty this looks. This was so easy to do and it turned out so beautiful, and I know everyone's gonna love this. This is gonna be perfect for tonight's occasion. I'm gonna start by adding our bottle to some floral foam. Next, I'm gonna take a knife and we're just gonna cut off the ends over here so that this fits with our bottle. There we go. And then I'm just gonna take some cold water and we're just gonna pour that onto our foam, just like this. Now we're gonna take our bottle with the floral foam and place it onto some cling wrap. And then we're just gonna wrap that up, and this is just gonna make sure that the water stays in place. Okay, once you have your saran wrap on there, you're gonna flip over your bottle, and then I'm gonna take a beautiful pink rose and just cut that about this big. And then we're gonna place that right into the center, just like this. And then I'm gonna take 2 more of that same flower, and we're just gonna place one on each side so it looks nice and balanced. Now I'm gonna take one of these purple flowers, and I'm gonna take that one and place it right into the center, just like that. Now here I have some white roses, just to add a little bit of contrast with all that pink. And I'm just gonna add them in the corners. Then I'm gonna take a few more of these pink roses, cut them up, and then we're gonna take one and place it on each side and just push them in, just like this. Now it's time to cut up some carnations. I found these really pretty purple ones, which I thought would be great for this. I'm just gonna add them onto the bottom here to kind of fill up the space. You can do any color flowers you like. Now I'm gonna take 2 more of our white roses and just place one on each side, just like this. So as you can see, this is coming along nicely. It's starting to get nice and full. Next, we're gonna take some small flowers. I'm just using these little daisies to kind of fill up the gaps. Now to finish up our bouquet, I'm gonna add some of the baby's breath in here. And this is just gonna fill in all the gaps and just make this look even more romantic. Okay, our bouquet is all ready to be wrapped up. So I'm gonna place it into the center of some tissue paper. And then we're just gonna grab all that and just wrap it up. Now it's time to wrap up our little gift here. And I'm just using this gold ribbon because I thought it would look really pretty with the pink. And I think this turned out just gorgeous. So here is the final result. I think this turned out so beautiful. I love it. I think the colors all work so well together. And I think this is gonna make the perfect little Valentine's Day bouquet. I'm gonna start by placing our happy little turtle into the bottom of our glass. Then we're gonna take some water beads and just pour them all around our little turtle in there. And we're gonna need enough to cover him up. Now it's time to take our LED string lights, which I've just wrapped around into a circle that's gonna fit just perfectly around our little turtle. Next, I'm gonna cut some little green carnations, just 2 of them. And then we're gonna take them and place one on this side, just kind of tucking it in a little bit into those water beads. I'm trying to line them up with his little palms there. Then we're gonna take 1 container of water beads. I'm just using the clear ones here. And we're just gonna cover up our little turtle and our little flowers that we put in there. Now it's time to chop in some carnations. And I've got some yellow and some red ones. Nice, pretty bright colors. We're just gonna chop them directly into our cup. And now we need to kind of fix these and organize them a little bit. So I'm just gonna kind of stick them in a little bit into our water beads. And I'm gonna alternate between the 2 colors. And we're gonna avoid putting any in the front here because we don't wanna cover up our little turtle there. And then we're gonna need to top it off with another layer of those little water beads. Now I'm gonna take a floating little candle and just place that right in the middle there. And then we're gonna take some purple carnations. I'm just gonna chop them so they're nice and small. And we'll arrange them after. I'm just gonna have these kind of floating all around here, around our candle. Add a little bit of contrast. And there we go, that looks perfect. Now it's time for my favorite part, adding in the water and watching the magic happen. I love doing this. And it always looks so cool when it's done. I think we're gonna need a bit more water than these 2 jugs. And you can see everything starting to rise. I did leave a little bit of room at the top of our glass. And I think that's actually the perfect amount of water. So here I have some little colorful baby's breath, and I'm just gonna stick them in between our purple flowers. And we want them to stick out a little bit like that. I'm gonna do a little blue one over here. I just thought this would be a nice little finishing touch. This already looks stunning as is, but wait till you see how it looks with the lights off. All right, time to light up our little candle here in the middle. There we go. And then we'll get our LED lights on. I got one that has different settings on it, so we're gonna click through all of these till we get to the right one. There we go. I think this looks stunning, and it's so beautiful, so colorful. All right, now I'm gonna have the cameraman turn the light off so you can see how beautiful this looks. It is still a little light outside because it is summertime, but you get the idea. And fun fact, we like to collect turtles from all the different places we've been. So here's some of our little collection that we have. Just something that started one time when we took our first vacation together, and ever since then, every time we take a trip, we try to find a turtle. I'm gonna start by gluing some Ferrero Rochers onto our heart. I'm just using a glue gun and just putting a little bit in the bottom of each one. And then I'm putting them right beside each other all around. And there we go. Now I'm gonna do our last one here to complete our beautiful heart. All right, now I'm gonna take a big giant Ferrero Rocher, and we're gonna remove the chocolate part, put that in our cup here, and then we're gonna take some more of that glue, put a little bit in the base, and then we're just gonna glue this right in the middle, just like that. And then we're gonna take some more of the mini ones, and we're just gonna start filling up all that empty space. And we want them to be all nice and snug with each other. And let's finish this off with our last one. All right, next up, I'm gonna take some bamboo sticks and start placing them into a piece of foam. And you kind of want all of them to meet towards the middle, just like that. So we're gonna need about 6 or so of these. So I'm just gonna keep adding them in. All right, now I'm gonna squeeze all those together and then take an elastic band and then just put that around so that everything stays like that. All right, now we're gonna take our heart, put a cake stand on top, and then flip that over. And then we're gonna take our sticks and our foam, add some glue to the bottom here, just a little bit, just like that. And then we're gonna try to line this up to the center and then glue that on, just like this. Okay, next I've got some long stem beautiful red roses. And what we're gonna do is start putting them around our heart, one at a time. And I'm using the bamboo sticks as a guide. And we just wanna kind of lean them against it, just like that. I'm just doing red roses for this video, but you can do any color you like, or you can even do artificial flowers. So I'm just gonna keep adding these until we get all the way to the other side. And now we're gonna go back to that giant Ferrero Rocher that we had earlier, and we're gonna take some tissue paper. This is my favorite part. You can do this, or you can do just the chocolate. You can add whatever you want, but this is just an example, and I'm taking my engagement ring. I'm gonna place that in there, and then we're just gonna cover that all up and try to keep the shape of our little Ferrero Rocher there. Then we're gonna take the bottom half, and we're just gonna seal this back up. You could use some tape or some glue if you need to, but I'm just gonna kind of squeeze it all together. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of glue and just kind of put it in the center here like that. And we're gonna place that back into its shell and gently press that in there. All right, so here is the final product, and I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. You can put whatever you want in the center there. I just did an engagement ring to show you guys that you could do this if you were planning a proposal. It is the holiday season and Valentine's Day is coming up. My husband actually proposed to me on Christmas Eve, so I just thought it was a cute idea. I can't believe how beautiful this turned out. I'm gonna start by placing a nice green stem right into the center of our vase, just like that. And then in this one, that's a little bit shorter, I'm gonna take some eucalyptus that I just folded in half, and then we're gonna place that in there. And then in our last little vase over here, I'm gonna take some baby breath that I'm putting in upside down to start, just like that. And you kind of just want to fill up the space. with these. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to get it in there, make it look pretty. And then I'm going to take some and put them facing upwards. I'm going to take a couple more little pieces just to fill in those little gaps on the sides. A little bit more, I think. So this can be a centerpiece on its own, or you can use all three, whatever you feel like. I think we need a little bit more. And then always check from different angles so you can kind of see what you need, where you would need to add some. I'm gonna do one big one in the center there. This is looking good. This is a super easy little hack that I learned, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. I think that looks pretty good for now. Then we're gonna take some fresh water and start filling up our vases. I'm gonna start with this big one over here. Go all the way. And you do want it to go all the way almost to the rim. About there should be good. I'm gonna take my other jug and fill up this little guy over here. And you guys will see why in a sec, why I'm filling these up with water. Oh, is it enough? And now that we filled our vases up with water, I'm gonna take some floating candles and place one in there just like that. And we'll do the same over here. You wanna make sure you're using floating candles so they don't sink in. And voila. Now I'm just gonna light these up, and then we'll have our cameraman turn the lights off in a second so you guys can see what these look like with the lights off. Super easy, but just absolutely beautiful. So there we have it, our very beautiful and super easy to make little centerpieces. You can keep them together or you can separate them and have them all around. These would be great for a wedding or a dinner party, whatever you want to use them for. But I just thought this was super easy and it turned out so beautiful. And I did have a bunch of extra vases laying around, so I figured I would do something with them. I'm gonna start by placing a small vase into the center of a larger one. Then I'm gonna take some candy hearts and I'm just gonna do one scoop at a time and just add those all around. I'm using these really colorful and pretty pastel colored ones. I'm just gonna keep filling this up. When I saw this craft, I just had to try it because it was just so beautiful and so easy. So I thought I'd give it a try. Then I'm gonna take some plant food and add that to the center vase. There we go, that should be good. Then we're gonna need some water. I'm gonna pour this whole bottle in there. And this is, of course, gonna be for our flowers that we're gonna be adding in here shortly. There we go. Then I'm gonna take some beautiful, fresh pink flowers. And I'm just gonna place those right into there. And then I'm also gonna take some of these. I'm not sure what they're called, but I love the color and I thought it would go really well. And I've also got this really pretty purple one. So as you can see, the colors I chose for today's flower arrangement are more pink and purple and light and beautiful. I didn't want to do the typical red and all that. So I'm gonna add these in here. I thought they went really well with the pastel colors of our candies over here. And then I also got these really pretty purple and white ones, kind of wildflowers. I'm gonna add those in there. And then a couple more of these. Not sure what they're called either, but I just thought they were so beautiful and it just looks so romantic and soft. Then of course I'm gonna add another beautiful rose in here. And look at this, it's already coming along, looking so gorgeous. And then I'm just gonna balance it out by adding one more of these right over here. And to finish this up, I'm gonna add some baby breath. Just adds a really nice finishing touch. Makes it a little bit more romantic and adds a little bit of height as well. Then I'm gonna add one more over here just to even things out a little bit. Like I said, you can do any flowers you like. You can also do artificial if you want it to last a longer time. And then I'm gonna take some eucalyptus stems I just thought they went really well with our arrangement that we had today. Just gonna add that back here, and then maybe another one over on this side. You can play around with it and do whatever works for you, whatever looks good. And to finish this off, I'm gonna take this little decoration piece that says love on it. I just thought it would go really well with everything. And there we go, just stunning. This only took a few minutes, a couple of items around the house, some flowers, and voila. We are left with a beautiful floral centerpiece that you can either gift to someone or you can keep it at your house for yourself. I'm gonna start by taking a large glass and just placing it in the center of our plate. And then I'm gonna take this cute little pumpkin and put that right in the middle. And look at how perfectly that fit. Now here I have some LED string lights that I'm just gonna drop in. Doesn't need to be perfect, you just kind of want to get them in there. And then we're gonna leave the battery pack out here. I think that should be good enough. Next, I'm gonna take some pine cones. Got a bunch of different sizes, different colors in here. You can just literally go outside to your yard and pick a few. Or you can go to the dollar store, the craft store, whatever you want. Just gonna move them around a little bit. Add a couple more of these little guys in here. And then we got this big giant one. We gotta have that in here for sure. And a few more little ones. And then I'm gonna take some acorns, which I also got some brown ones and some of these really cool gold ones. These I found at the dollar store. So I thought they would be perfect for this little craft that we're doing today. It is that time of year, right? Got a couple more in here. And then I'm gonna take some of these little pumpkins, which are different colors, different sizes. Got some yellow ones, some orange ones. This little guy here, put that over here to kind of balance things out. A little green one, so add some color. And maybe just a couple more in there. And there we go. Now here I have some cinnamon sticks, which I thought would be great to make things smell really nice. So I'm just gonna add those in here, kind of making like our own little potpourri type of thing. Add those in there, just kind of sticking them out. These smell delicious. And let's just do one more in the middle there. Then I'm gonna take some little cranberries, because that I think is just the most perfect fall item to add into our little decor that we're making for today. Let's just leave that kind of on its side like that. Then we have some little leaves, some little gold sparkly leaves. And I'm just gonna place those all around. And these are just gonna look so beautiful when the lights are lit and all that glitter shines. It's not fall without some beautiful, colorful leaves. And again, you can just go grab some from your yard if you do have some, or you can get the store-bought ones. There we go, that should be good. I'm just gonna take a few more of those little pumpkins and just add those on top. Just kind of filling in the gaps wherever they may fit. Let's take a look, see what else we need to add in here. I think we could use another pine cone in here, right over here, perfect. A couple more acorns. Oh, that one didn't want to go in, so we'll just leave it down there for now. Add these little guys in here. This is the perfect little fall centerpiece that you can just add, you know, at the front or on your dining table, coffee table. If you work somewhere, maybe you can bring it to your work and just kind of put it out there for everyone to see. Then I'm gonna take a few more leaves. I got some different colored ones here. We got these bright yellow and green ones. Just gonna add those kind of around so you can kind of see them from the outside. Add this lovely orange one over here. Another bright colored one. This is so fun to do. You can even do this with your kids. It's very therapeutic. Just do a few more of these all around. Let's add one more over here. And I think that should be perfect. Now these are some little colorful gemstones. I'm just gonna kind of place them all around. And these will also look very, very pretty with all that light in there. And then we got some more fall decor little leaves. I don't know what these are called, but we're gonna put those in there. I just thought they looked really, really pretty. So let's just go ahead and add those in there. Make it more sparkly. There we go. And then we got this little guy here. A nice long piece that I'm just gonna put back here. And then we got some of these ones as well. I like to kind of just place these kind of hanging out like that, reaching the top of the glass. And I'm just using the ornaments that we already put in there to kind of hold these in place. Let's do one more over on this side. That should be perfect. And then I'm just gonna take a few more of those little pumpkins that we used and those pine cones and just kind of place them all around our glass here at the bottom. Just filling in all that empty space. Just making it look really, really festive and just beautiful. Add some more in there. One more over here. And of course, we gotta have some more of those little acorns. Just gonna put those there. And then fill in this little gap here. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just kind of want to throw them on there. Fill in all that space. Now I'm going to take a few more of those sparkly leaves and just kind of add them all in between, wherever you think looks good. And finally, I'm just going to take this big bright leaf and use it to cover up our battery pack. And look at how beautiful this looks. It also smells absolutely delicious with that cinnamon in there. And of course, the bottom here just looks stunning. This is the perfect centerpiece for any table. Now we're gonna get our cameraman to turn the lights off so you can see what this looks like. And ta-da! Wow. Look at how pretty that looks. And look at how beautiful this looks. And it only took us a few minutes to put together, not too much effort. And it just gives that nice warm fall feeling. Just cozy up with a blanket and some tea and have this on. Perfect evening. So there you have it, the perfect fall decor centerpiece. You can put this at your dining table, wherever you like. And not only does it look absolutely beautiful, but it gives that nice, warm, cozy feeling with those lights in there and all the warmth of the colors. And it also adds a little bit of glitter with all that little sparkle in there. I think this turned out very, very beautiful. We're gonna start by placing a small vase inside of our larger one here. Just going all the way to the bottom, just like that. Now I'm gonna place my hand up here and we're gonna flip this over. All right, there we go. Now I'm gonna take some LED string lights and we're just gonna place that around our small vase and just kind of let it loosely hang out. Now for my favorite part, we're gonna take some water beads and just let those kind of fall all around. Look at them bouncing. And now I'm just gonna take some of these little blue stones and just kind of add them on top of our water beads, just like that. I've also got some of these darker ones, which I'm just gonna kind of place in between. As you can see, our vase does get wider as it goes up. So we are gonna have to add more beads. Next, I'm gonna go in with some craft seashells, which I just got from the dollar store. And I'm just gonna place that right there. And then grab another little one and place that over here at the front. I got a nice variety pack, so it has a little bit of everything, different shapes, different colors. And one more time with those water beads, just covering up all those seashells that we just added in. Here I have a little glass sea turtle, which I'm just gonna place right over here on this side. And then I got another one, a blue one, which I'm just gonna put over here on this side. Next, I'm gonna take some little blue seashells and just kind of place those on top of our water beads. And I also got little starfish. I got really lucky and I found this package at an antique store that had a bunch of different craft under the sea things. Now I'm just gonna go back in with those colored stones that we used at the beginning. I've got a variety of them here. Some light ones and some dark ones, some little ones and some of these big giant ones here. So I'm gonna take some more of those pearls and just kind of toss them all around now. All right, I think this is gonna be our final layer. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of everything. Add some dark blue in here for some contrast. Gonna kind of do those on the outside. I'm gonna take these nice big diamonds and just stick those in there. And then I got this nice pretty seashell, which I'm just gonna put right there. And then this other one has a really cool pattern on it. So we're gonna stick that over here. All right, now we're gonna take some water and we're just gonna pour that into our vase over our beads and watch what happens. Look at how cool that looks. It looks absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lights on now so you guys can see what it looks like. Look at that. So now we're gonna turn the lights off so you can see what it looks like at night. Look at that. I love it. I love it so much. Now this is perfect as a centerpiece. You can have it just as decoration in your home. These beads last for up to 3 months in water. So there you have it, our under the water project. I'm gonna start by placing our cup with our flower in it into the bottom of our vase. And then we're gonna carefully flip that over just like that. Then I'm gonna take some water beads and we're just gonna pour those right on top. And we're gonna use the entire container for this little layer right here. Next, we're gonna take some pink carnations and we're just gonna chop those directly into our vase, right on top of our water beads. You can do whatever colors you like or whatever flowers. These are just the ones I wanted to do for today. And then we're gonna take these and just kind of start facing them to the front so that when we pour it in the water, it looks like they're kind of floating on top. So I'm just gonna arrange them so that they look nice and pretty. And now it's time to add in another layer of those water beads. I love using these for centerpieces. They're just such a unique little thing to do. So we're just gonna add those right on top. Now it's time for another layer of flowers. I'm just gonna use these little light green ones. I'm not sure what they're called, but I really like them and I think they're gonna look really pretty with our pink carnations and our yellow flower that we have in there. And they're nice and small, so they're gonna be perfect for this layer because we don't want them to be too big. There we go. And then we're just gonna arrange them again, facing the front like that. And this is gonna look so, so beautiful once we add the water in. I already tried this once and it was my favorite centerpiece I've done. So we're gonna do it again. And then we're gonna add our final layer of the water beads, just like that. We don't wanna do too much for this layer. We just want enough to kind of go up to the top of our vase. Okay, there we go. That looks perfect to me. All right, now it's time for my favorite part, adding the water in and seeing the magic happen. I love doing this, it's so fun. This is one of my favorite ways to do centerpieces. It's so quick, so easy, and it always looks just beautiful. Now it's time for the finishing touches. And I'm just gonna take some of these little yellow petals and just kind of throw them around. Doesn't need to be perfect, just a little pop of color. It looks really nice from this angle. There we go, I think that's good enough. Then we're gonna take a little floating candle and place that right in the middle. Kind of rearrange things if you need to. And then we'll get the cameraman to turn the lights off and we'll light our little candle here so you can see how pretty this looks. Voila! So pretty. I think this turned out beautiful with all those colors and a little floating flower in the bottom there. I think this turned out beautifully and I hope you guys try it. I'm gonna start by lowering our pumpkins into the bottom of a very large vase. And then I'm gonna take some LED string lights and we're just gonna loosely let those hang around our pumpkin. All right, now it's time to add in our water orbeez and look at those go. Next, I'm gonna take some of these colored stones. I'm just gonna start placing them on top of our orbeez, just like this. And I thought these would be perfect for this project because they're fall colors. And then I'm gonna go back in with some more of those orbeez, just enough to cover up all those stones that we just dropped in. Now here I have some pine cones, which I'm just gonna put one on this side, just kind of push it in a little bit in those orbeez so it doesn't move, and then place one on this side, just like that. And then I'm gonna take some of these very beautiful and colorful leaves, and I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle those all around, just kind of loosely throwing them around. Now here I have some pearls. I've got a bunch of different sizes. I'm just gonna kind of place those all around, just like that, all around our pumpkin. And I'm just gonna tuck them in a little bit just so that they don't move. and they're gonna look so beautiful once we pour that water on, and you can just kind of see them floating all around. And I'm also gonna take some of these glittery and sparkly leaves, and I'm just gonna tuck those in. I'm gonna put one on that side, one on this side. Just beautiful fall colors and all that beautiful sparkle in there. All right, now I'm gonna take our string lights and I'm just gonna thread them through again. Just kind of let them hang out on top of those water beads. And you know the drill, more Orbeez to cover up all the stuff we just put in there. Then I'm gonna take this cute little squirrel that I found at the craft store and place it right there. And I'm gonna put some acorns and some pine cones all around him. And I'm gonna put this bright gold one right here for him to find later. Some more of those, and maybe one more over here. And now I'm just gonna go back in with a few more of those bright colored leaves and just kind of scatter them all over the place. And I'm just gonna continue filling this up with some more Orbeez so we can work on our next layer. And now I'm gonna add some diamonds on here. These are gonna look so pretty when we pour the water in. And I'm also gonna add in a few more of those colorful stones, just like that. All right, now this is gonna be our last layer of Orbeez in here. So I'm just gonna pour these all in there. Then I'm gonna take some more of these, some leaves and some of these little pieces. These actually came together and I kind of just took them apart so we can use them for our project today. All right, it's time for the best part, adding the water. And then we can kind of see all of our beauty that we've created in here. Just gonna go ahead and fill this up. And there we go. Wow, that looks so cool. And now I'm just gonna use a little chopstick over here just to kind of get rid of those bubbles. I'm gently doing this so we don't move anything around. And you can see them kind of disappearing as I'm doing this. All right, so there it is. And look at how beautiful this looks. Lots of vibrant colors in there, lots of fun fall things. It just looks so pretty. And the water beads are good for a few weeks as long as they're fully submerged in the water. All right, we're gonna turn the lights on in a second so you guys can see what it looks like. And they are safe in the water as long as you keep the little battery pack on the outside. So let's go ahead and turn the lights off and turn this on. Ooh, I love that. It's so beautiful. And it just gives that warm fall feeling with all those colors in there and the warmth from the lights. And it just gives that nice little shimmer with all the little sparkles and jewels in there. I love this. I'm gonna keep this for the entire season and then we'll switch it out for Christmas. So there it is, the perfect fall centerpiece. If you guys like this, I hope you try it and please tag us if you do. I'm gonna start by pouring some red lentils into our vase, just like that. And then here I got some beautiful bright colored leaves, which I'm just gonna take and just plant those on the one side into our lentils. And I'm gonna take the other one and plant it over here right across. There we go, that looks good to me. Then I'm gonna take a wine glass, your favorite one, and I'm just gonna put that in there, twist it a little bit into those lentils so it stays in place. And then I'm gonna take some beautiful bright orange and yellow leaves with some glitter on them and just kind of let those fall around our wine glass, like so. Then I'm gonna take some of these leaves, just a lot of leaves in here today. It is fall, so I'm doing a little fall table decor. And then I'm gonna take some little red stones. Everything that I'm using today was from the dollar store or from Michael's. I got a variety of things to play around with today, some pearls as well, just to add some brightness in there, break up all that warmth. Just gonna keep adding those until I'm happy with it. And then I got some little gold acorns, which I thought would be perfect for this. So we'll just add those in there. And then just for a little glam, I'm gonna add some of these little crystals. I just love doing fall decor. It's just so pretty and warm. And you are in the house most of the time during the colder months, so it's always nice to have something beautiful to look at. I think I'm gonna add a few more of these little guys here. I feel like those ones kind of got lost. Let's take that one out. We don't want anything to fall into our wine glass as of now. Then I'm gonna take a few more of these little pearls and just kind of throw them in there. Oops. Let's get that one out. Now here I have some of this ribbon, which I'm just gonna kind of rip off. It is a double-sided one, so we're just gonna rip off that side. I wanna take this, and we're gonna just use this to kind of seal that little bit of a break in between where the lentils and all that decor meets. I will cut that later, but for now we'll just leave it like this. Press it in, make sure it looks okay. And then I'm gonna take a little candle and place it into our wine glass. Make sure it's a glass wine glass, not one of those plastic ones. Then I'm just gonna take a quick peek, make sure everything looks good. There we go, perfect. Now we can light this up. And voila. Maybe we could turn the lights off and see what it looks like with the lights off. This was so easy, just a few items around the house. And there you have it, a beautiful fall decor. And that little bit of warmth from the candle just kind of makes everything sparkly and pretty. This is also a great thing to bring to a Thanksgiving party or anything, you know, as a little gift. I love this. I love how it turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and you'll try it. I present to you the ultimate lavender gift set. All right, so the first thing we're gonna start with is some lavender scented bath salts, because when I think of lavender, I think of calmness and relaxation. And the next item that's going in is this lavender colored toiletry bag, which is gonna be perfect for all the things that are coming. And keeping with the bath theme, I have this lavender colored shower cap and hair turban, which I'm just gonna place right over here. And beside that, I'm gonna take some lavender scented body scrub and just place that over here in our box. Now, I don't know about you, but I like to have candles burning when I'm in the bath. So I found this beautiful lavender scented candle, which I'm just gonna put right over here in the corner. And if you don't wanna burn candles, then you can use this beautiful lavender diffuser, have that going while you're in the bath. I personally like to have some tea when I'm in the bath, so I found this really cute mug which has a bee on it and it says "Be Kind," and then I just took some tea bags out of my cupboard that have lavender in them, and I just placed those in there. And then we're just gonna put that in our box. And the next item we have here is some lavender scented hand soap, which is super luxurious and a great addition to any bathroom. And for the bath, I got this beautiful lavender scented bar of soap, which will leave you smelling like lavender all day. One of my favorite things to do when I'm relaxing is to paint my nails. So I found this really pretty purple nail polish, which is actually called Lucky and Lavender. So I thought that would be perfect for a gift over here. Nobody likes puffy eyes, so I had to find a lavender colored eye mask, which I think is gonna be perfect for when you're taking a bath. And to make sure you smell great all day, I found this lavender scented body spray, which is made with natural ingredients, and I just thought it would be the perfect addition to our box. And with any good bath, you gotta have a bath bomb. So I found this really cute heart-shaped lavender scented bath bomb, which happens to be called Lovely in Lavender. So I didn't know shower steamers were a thing, but I found this lavender one and I just had to have it for this gift. So if you don't like taking baths, this is perfect. Now, who doesn't love a good massage? I know I do. And this lavender infused scalp massager is perfect for getting rid of dead skin and promoting healthy hair growth. And after you're done using your scalp massager, you're gonna probably wanna brush your hair. So I got this really pretty lavender colored eco-friendly hairbrush. All right, next I found this really pretty flower shaped lavender scented face soap, which is made with all 100% natural ingredients and from a local company. And for the finishing touches, I've got some purple tissue paper, which I'm just gonna put in here and just tuck that in, just like that. And because this gift is for my older sister who's a lavender lover, I decided to do some dried lavender instead of flowers for this gift. I present to you the ultimate lavender gift set. All right, so there you have it, the perfect lavender gift set. So if you have someone who loves lavender, there's the perfect gift for them.